our show. Today my guest is Edson Castillo, personal trainer at the Multiplex at the Ganji Wakanda Center and Wakanda Martial Arts and Fitness Center in Wakanda. Edson today on the show, he'll show you how to do some lower abdominal work, mid work, and basically a good crunch workout. Along with that, we're going to be showing you some stretching, basic stretching. When you see this part of the show, I mean, get down, get up, get involved. Along with our show today, we're going to have Ms. Rita Magnani. She's going to be showing us some, she's going to be actually demonstrating with me some jabs, crosses, hooks, uppercuts, along with, which is basically some kickboxing drills and how they could be applied in a self-defense situation. I really like this point of view, from a women's point of view, I should say, because it's going to show you that women can do this too as far as the kickboxing. Too many people think that kickboxing is solely for men. You couldn't be more wrong. Everybody should do it, especially women. Nothing worse than a guy does not expect a woman to go jab, cross, hook, uppercut, and a good knee to the groin to drop somebody in a self-defense situation. At the same time, it gives you a great workout without having to remember thousands of moves, jumping here and jumping there. Along with that, out of our Wakanda Martial Arts and Fitness Center, we're going to have Sensei Kamikaze Miller bring you down the kickboxing report and some of his training drills along with some of the students at the Wakanda Center. Our other guest today is Skylar Ross. Just got through winning a couple trophies at the Ganji Kung Fu Karate National Championships. She's going to be showing you some basic forms, intermediate, and some advanced forms. The message I'd like to bring up again is avoid gangs, avoid drugs, avoid being crazy out there on the street. What I mean by crazy, spray painting stuff, staying out after curfew. There's been a big law now. You got to watch, especially all you teens, all the cool dudes out there who are underage and driving after the limit. A lot of villages are now impounding your cars. If you're caught after the curfew driving your car, they will take that car down. You're going to have to pay a fine, and you're going to have to pay also bail to get your car out. And if it's your mom or dad's car, well, you're going to have to get bailed out yourself from that point of view. Again, positive structure. Join an activity, whether it's martial arts, basketball, softball, baseball, swimming. Get involved. It's great for the body. It's great for the mind. It's great for your overall personal appearance. Avoid gang-type situations. If people are forcing you into things you don't want to, talk to a counselor. Talk to your parents. Talk to a martial arts instructor. People say, talk to a martial arts instructor. Right. We have a community of martial arts instructors which are heavily involved in keeping drugs out of America and also helping the populace. Parents helping the parents of the kids, keeping them straight. A lot of programs you could join through different schools at no cost, which we're going to be helping you out in regards to keeping you out of trouble. When in doubt, walk away. Like I always say, the 5, 10, 15 minutes you're going to get out of pleasure is going to get you 5, 10, maybe 15 years. Again, be aware, be prepared. Get yourself involved in activity. Get into weights. Get into boxing. Get into kickboxing. Take your Hi, welcome to Self-Defense in the 90s. Today I have Rita Magnani on my right. She'll be showing us some kickboxing drills we'll be doing together and how they work in conjunction with self-defense. On my left, you've seen during the show Edson Castillo. He'll be my demonstrator in knife and club defense. This portion of the show, Rita's going to be showing you some different combinations of the pads. I'll be drilling her through just to show you that women can do this too. A lot of people think that kickboxing is just for men. Wrong. It's a great workout. It's a great way to get your self-defense skills up and at the same time learn a lot of heavy-duty impact. Because the worst thing you can do about self-defense is kick and punch air all the time and never get the feeling of what striking an object feels like. Okay, with that, bow, hew. Okay, Edson will come off camera. Can I have my mitts, please, Edson? Okay. Okay, what we're going to work on first is Rita's going to show us a a lead side jab, which is with your front hand. Okay, reset again. Fast jab. Jab cross. Coming over. So she's going to throw that jab at the face and then cross over. Boom. Okay, again. Bam. Again. Okay, now she's going to work. Start from this angle right here. Okay, she's going to work a jab cross, hook, uppercut. Boom. Okay, so again, go. Jab cross, hook, uppercut. Okay, and when she's doing this, you notice the elbows are in tight for protection. Okay? She's balanced at 50-50, and she's ready to shift at any side. The strike again, jab cross, hook, uppercut. Boom. When you throw this in rhythm, it sounds like this. Go. Again. Again. Okay, you notice the exhale. The exhale is very important because you don't want to be holding your breath. Every time you hit, you should be exhaling. At the same time, what you should also be working on is ki. So sometimes you hear the ki. So this time instead of exhale, let's hear some ki, Rita. Here you go. All right, again, go. I'll kind of make the person think twice whether he wants to hold on to you or not. In that regards, okay. Now, next combination using the leg. She's going to throw a jab cross, then she's going to round kick. Boom. Round kick can be done to the groin or the thigh area. Okay, again, go. Again, go. Boom. Okay, now she could throw a jab cross, grab the pads, and throw the knee. Boom. Okay? So again, jab cross, grab, boom. Again, go. Jab cross, grab, boom. Okay. Now, in the next set position, she could throw a jab. She's going to cock the hand back and throw an elbow. Boom. She throws the cross and elbow. Boom. Okay, you can mix it up. You go jab to cross to elbow, it doesn't matter. So jab cross, boom, elbow cross, boom, boom. Okay, jab elbow, cross elbow, boom. Okay, done slow. Do it slow, please, so I can pick it up. You know, she's going to make the impact. This will be in conjunction with smacking the person in the face, or let's say he slips it. If he slips it, you cock the elbow back. You let him run into the elbow. That right hand's going to come over, boom. She's going to cut, bam, and breaking the jawline in effect. Okay. If you need a follow-up, there's always a knee. Okay, on the pad, go. Jab, elbow, cross, elbow. If you need a follow-up, the knee comes up, boom, driving it into the body. Okay, one more time. Jab, elbow, cross, elbow, knee, coming across. Okay, good. Now, uppercutting. People say, well, uppercutting, boxing. Uppercut's a great technique for self-defense, because one thing a lot of guys have the tendency to do is grab women. People say, well, what are you going to do with an uppercut? An uppercut, she could deliver that uppercut straight, boom, up again, boom, again, boom, again, boom, again, boom. So if you notice the attacker comes and grabs you, just simply, boom, break his jaw up. Just some basic uppercut. If for some reason you're down on one knee, go down on one knee, uppercut into the groin, bam. Wait, again, good again, bam. So again, if you're down, you're wrestling, that uppercut can come right up. And let me tell you, that's all it's going to take, and it's over. Okay. Now, she's going to take off her wraps. Take off the gloves, I'm sorry. Got 1, 2, okay. Thanks. That's it. Okay. Okay, get her hands a little bit loose. Okay, now, what she's going to show you is how to block with those elbows, okay? It's coming in, blocking with the elbow. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to come straight out. She could flex the elbow out, okay, or she could keep the elbow in. She keeps that elbow in, boom, okay, she's taking the shots on the side, side to side. If the strike is, let's say I strike her head level, she could take that elbow and come out and meet my incoming hand, bam. So if I'm hitting her, she could block with her elbow, she could block with the other elbow, boom, same way. So again, could block here, she could block here. She could block the body with it, block the body, she could block the middle with it by going straight down. Okay. Trying to reset the thing. Now, the other thing with the round kick, you've seen her demonstrate the round kick. She can come around, boom. Okay, she can also hit with the top of the foot to the groin, boom. Do that again, front kick, boom. She can turn her body sideways, do a slow side kick, boom, with the heel. Do it again, go, boom. Okay, so these are different variables you can use. Okay. Hands up. Now, instead of using a closed fist jab, use the jab slow, boom. Use the cross. But now she's hitting with her knuckle. She could also hit with the split fingers to the eye. Oh, I'm sorry, palm strike to the face. Following up with a palm strike to the face. She could turn this into an elbow. Boom. Turn the uppercut. Boom. Coming straight up. Uppercut elbow. Great technique. Okay. You're hitting with the split fingers. Okay. Split fingers to the eyes. Okay. Reset again. Do it again. Go. Boom. she could also do a rake with the hand, rake, zoom, rake again, boom, rake down. So the hands could be used in conjunction with the legs, elbows, head, everything. Okay. Okay. I'd like to thank Rita for this segment of the show. Next, we're going to bring out Anson and show you some modified knife defense. Thank you. Okay, we'll put this down. Come down here. We'll do it from this side. This is fine. You have to excuse my adjustment here. We want to make sure you get a perfect view for the home folks on. Okay, now, in some of the other show in this segments, you watch where the person comes outside knife defense, you block to the inside, you work the neck, the groin, the arm, and you work this location. And we showed this in our other shows. Now, I'm going to show you what we call a hit-strike movement. Let's say I don't have the time to grab him. He comes outside, I'm going to meet it with my knuckles, hit the bicep, hit the pecs, hit the elbows, hit the groin, boom. So I'm basically spinning around. This comes from a lot of the different Southern martial arts styles. So he's coming in and going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom, and I'm out. Okay? So again, he's coming in, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom, I'm out to the side. Okay? If I want to trap him, he's coming in, trap, hit, taking the arm for the inside. I could take him and take him all the way down. Okay, and a simple sweep. That's an arm sweep coming across. So as he's coming out, bam, bam, hitting. Again, I'm working the same rotation, popping up on the elbow, and then coming down, sweeping the arm across. A reverse angle, where we work blocking, striking, and then we work to a controlled choking method. Okay, he's coming in, block, strike, controlled choking, boom. Now, the beauty about this is I could take this claw, rip across his face, take him straight down, knee on his face, and break the elbow. Dislodging the hand, taking the knife right out of the hand. Okay. Other variation, as he comes in, okay, grab the groin, and they're just dropping him. Okay, so as he's coming in, okay, side out, groin, elbow, knee, and I'm out of there. Okay. Knife at the neck. Again, get out the way. He's coming, get out of the way. Don't stand there. Drop him back because you will get cut. Okay, so as he's coming to the side, I'm working to the side. Okay, he's working to the side, boom, I could check it. I could take the hand, reverse it right back into his neck. Okay, as he's coming straight in again, I can go to the inside if I have to go to the inside. Again, though, you got to watch it. You go to the inside, you have to be fast with your strikes or fasten the trap. Now look at the target. I could go to the eyes, I could take the rib out, I could take the groin, I could take the knee. The most important factor is controlling the weapon hand if you're not going to bypass him. Okay, so he's coming in. Okay, take him to a takedown. Finish him off. Okay, now put the neck position in tight. I'm in my in tight situation here. I'm getting attacked as I'm putting back my microphone. You know, usually this happens, so you got to watch it. If you're wearing your microphone, make sure you don't get attacked. Okay, from this position here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll away from the knife. I'm going to show from this angle. Okay, what I do is here, is I don't want to go into the knife. I'm going to roll away from the knife. As I roll away from the knife, I come up, eagle claw parry, striking the groin or striking the inner thigh. Then as I push down, I come down, I rip back on the windpipe, taking the windpipe out, and kneeling down his head at the same time, coming back, destroying the rib, making the rib go right into the lungs. Okay. Well, I'd like to thank Edson Castillo for this part, helping us out with the knife defense. This is Shihan Ganji, signing off for self-defense in the 90. Be aware. Is Skylar Ross. Skylar, how old are we going to be in June?
10.
You're going to be 10 years old. Skylar just took second in forms at the Ganji Kung Fu National Tournament on it. And what did you take in fighting?
Third.
You took third in fighting on it. So today, she's going to show us some forms, some various forms, some basic forms, intermediate forms, some advanced forms. Kata, as it's called, forms, hyungs, sets, basically teaches us like a puzzle format. You have to put different moves together. Some of these forms are as old as 600 years old. Some date back thousands of years, depending on the whether you're doing a stationary basic form or you're working like one of the long Tai Chi set forms. So again, forms can be fun. They could be very aerobic if you do them constantly. The purpose of forms is to teach you timing, pivoting, shifting, sharpness of technique, sharpness of mind. Sharp mind equals sharp technique equals a very sharp attitude. With that, Skylar's going to start off with one of our basic forms. She's going to do what we call Kunjun Dao, or Kang Chuan Do, as you say in American. 1. This deals with blocks, kicks, and punches. Some forms basically deals with just punches. Skylar? Okay, bowing. Yeah. Nope. All right, thank you, Skylar. Again, that form is Kang Chuan Do form 1, deals with blocks, kicks, and punches. Her next form is what we call Pinyin Shodan. Pinyin Shodan does not have any kicks. Pinyin form is one of the oldest sets taught in Okinawa, in Japan, and Korea in regards to basic instructional techniques. Pinyin Shodan, please. And do it fast and hard. Hit. Hit it hard. Go. Harder. Go hard. All right, drive. Drive. Come on, speed. Let's go. Go. Knife. No. So if you watch this next form, basically you notice she did the forms and does not have any kicks. Okay. Her next form she's going to do is what we call Kang Chuan Do. No, I'm sorry, not Kang Chuan Do. They started. We're going to go to the Roko Seisan form. This is the form that she took second place with the tournament. Okay? Roko Seisan. Modified. Okay. All right, great job, Skylar. That's very good. All right. So now you can see as to some of the forms that have very basic movements and they're very short, and some forms like Seisan, it's a very long form, takes a lot of time, right? It really gives you a good workout. Again, kata is something, or form, you say something you can improve from life. You know, it's just because you have it at one, just because you have it down one way doesn't mean that that's the best way you can perform it. The more you do it every year, it gets better, better, and better in that regards. Now, we have some other forms we'd like Skylar to demonstrate. Which is the next form you'd like to demonstrate? We'll let her pick out of the kata menu. Skylar? Pinyin Sandan. Pinyin Sandan is your third kata. Okay. Speed and power. Go. Yep. Oh. Okay, as you can see, some of the forms you practice more, they're easier. Some of the forms you don't practice a lot become a little bit harder. Now, in the kata movements, again, speed, timing is all of the utmost importance because that helps you with your self-defense ability and fighting ability. Now, to give you an idea how a kata normally be instructed, let's say we're going to do Pinyin Showdown, but we're going to do it to my command, okay, just to show that. Okay, ready? So you hear the instructor give commands out. Ready? Pinyin Showdown, bow, break. Okay, she's going to move with my command. Ready? Height, down block. Height, lunge punch. Height, down block, spin. Hammer fist, height, lunge punch, height. Height, 1, 2, 3 block. Height, high block 1, high block 2, high block 3, count. Shift, down block left, lunge punch, height. Turn, down block right, shift, lunge punch, height. Down block left, 3 lunge punches, 1, 2, change shift, 3. Knife hand block 1, 2, 3, 4, triangle out, and bow out. So you notice with the instructor's voice, you tend to move a little bit faster. Now the idea of the kata is to do this kata north, south, east, and west. Do it at various speed. Full speed, slow speed, mix it up. We also have a drill where they do it with a blindfold on. Why? Because each technique equals X amount of feet, distance, so forth. And from there, the other thing you'll notice is that where you started, your mark on the floor should be exactly where you ended up. Now, the Pinyin katas was basically devised, we'd say around the 1800s. And Master Funagoshi brought them to Japan, in which a lot of the Japanese styles work the Pinyin Showdown. You go to Basai Dai, you have Empi Sho, and a variety that goes on and on. You also have, besides empty hand kata, you also have weapons forms. When you're working with a weapons form, it's basically you have a lot of the relative move, but only you're doing with a weapon. Do not try to do any weapons forms. I know some kids get out there and they try to do moves with weapons. That's when you get hurt big time. The idea is to do the moves, be fast, be accurate, and get proper instruction. With that, I'd like to thank Skylar for being on the show today. Thank you very much. Okay. Personal trainer. Today, welcome to the show, Edson. Being a personal trainer, how long have you been a personal trainer?
I've been a personal trainer for the past 3 years. I came out of college and I did an internship at the place where I work now at the Multiplex, and I've been there ever since, so about 3 years.
As a personal trainer, do you find that you have how can I say, like different types of people coming in? You don't get all these perfect bodies coming to you for training, or do you find people who are like different body shapes, different sizes coming in and so forth? Can you shed a little light on that?
Definitely, yeah. We have, from most of my work right now is general fitness. I work with some athletes. I've had the opportunity to do that. But in general, the bulk of the people I work with are people that are general fitness, people that just want to get in shape, people from overweight people who are skinny that want to put on weight. So there's just a big scope of different types of bodies out there. Everybody's an individual. So
a lot of people have this misconception about an example about training. When you get into like personal training, you have to lift like a lot of heavy weights, or you have to have all this expensive equipment around your home and so forth. Is that what is the fact behind that? Or
the fact is, fitness, there's so many different things you could do. It doesn't necessarily have to be with weights. It could be with your own body weight. You could go anywhere to a park and work out. So I mean, weights is a different realm. There's different types of training you could do from, for example, from push-ups to sit-ups to weight-bearing exercises. There's just so many different things you could do for fitness. There's countless ways you could work on your health.
What made you? Next question is, what made you get into the physical fitness field? I mean,
personally, I've been involved in athletics pretty much all my life. I started working out when I was about 10, and that was without weights. I just did push-ups and sit-ups, knee bends, stuff like that when I was younger, just to play better. So for me, it's just been a part of my life since I was younger, and I thought, hey, I could help other people feel as good as I do.
So you mean to say to be physical, I don't have to be like an Arnold Schwarzenegger and get like really super huge and that kind of body type?
People have different interests. Not everybody wants to. There's people that bodybuild. Bodybuilding is very big, but there's people that do it for athletics as well. So.
Okay, so in other words, they use your field to make their whatever sports you're working at. You work on that end, you could heighten their
health in general. People, maybe somebody who's obese wants to work on, lowering their weight for health reasons,
I see. How does vitamins and all that people say, well, I start training on with a personal trainer. He says, watch your diet and what vitamin intake. Give us a little insight on that.
In general, diet, for diet, you should have a well-balanced diet. A lot of people say cut out your fats. There's a lot of different things that are coming out. I'd say personally, I like to keep a well-balanced diet. Of course, you have to, indulge sometimes. You only live once, so I mean, just for the most part, a balanced diet, proteins, carbohydrates.
No.
Yeah, sometimes just go for the gusto on that. But multiple vitamins, there's a lot of that out there. High fiber diet is something that's starting to come up a little bit more too as we go along. They're starting to notice that has health benefits for weight, for preventative measures, all the way around.
I know Edson also is one of our martial arts students, and he cross-trains the martial arts with his physical fitness training. How do you feel how has that helped in both aspects?
It definitely helped a lot. The weight training, for flexibility, those all go hand in hand. The martial arts, obviously, it's a performance. So my weight training, running, cardiovascular, all ties in with that. So I could be strong when I train. Flexibility is always a factor in your heart rate. You can't be tired while you're training. You have to put that together. That helps out everything in general.
Now, like at the multiplex, you have all the latest in machinery and equipment that you could work on, obviously, on it. At our Wakanda Center, we have enough machinery to just basically get you an overall workout. Do you find a differences where you have like more or less the expensive machinery or not the so much expensive, because you could spend up to $4,000 on a piece of machinery as well as you could spend just a couple $100s. What do you think about the type on it?
I think the Wakanda place, it has machines that you could use from head to toe, and that's the important thing. Yeah. They're good machines. Those are good machines. Those aren't machines that'll fall apart on you. But if you have something that you could work with where you have a balance of exercise you could do full body, I mean, that's pretty much set. And you could incorporate right there, obviously the martial arts too is another type of workout in general, so you have the full scope of fitness there.
Great. How does, would you say, jogging or running help out in the physical fitness field?
Jogging, running, obviously it's a form of cardiovascular exercise. That's good for your muscular endurance as well as your heart. It's a great way to cross-train. If you just do weights, you're also missing an aspect of training in general. So the jogging, the running, different types of running, jogging, sprinting. I do a lot of sprinting, so I mean that's also a supplement to what I do. It's great. You want to be a full-rounded athlete for the most part.
Yeah, because a lot of people think about personal trainers. You need personal trainers or you don't need personal trainers. What I found about personal trainers in my field, I do private classes, that people are a little bit more focused and they tend to not to be lazy because they have somebody there to push them.
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about that point of view in regards to that.
Well, every day, for the most part, I have to be the motivating factor, and you know that with all your experience. But it's nice to kind of go somewhere and get a different angle on something. The martial arts for me was totally different angle. I'm used to doing, these things over here. Well, now I go and now I'm being instructed, because in this game, fitness in general, you could always learn. It's never a destination, just a journey.
Yeah, definitely. When Edson came to us, he showed us some different training tips that we use now in the martial arts, especially as part of conditioning. The idea of martial arts, as well as any physical point, would just say is keep an open mind and try different aspects, see what works, what doesn't work.
Exactly.
And have a little variety on it. What do you think about the person who says, well, I got to do like 1,000 crunches a day to be physical, or I got to get out there and do 200 push-ups, every 10 minutes, otherwise I'm not. The people go. What do you think about that aspect when people, because a lot of people I think have that kind of look at it, like, if I don't do a lot of it, I'm not any good. What do you think?
Sometimes more is not better. You can only do so many things in one day. You need to balance things out. Sometimes you need to take, if you work on weights one day, you need to take a break, maybe a day off before you get back into it. So I mean, more is not always better. You need to balance. Okay.
As a personal trainer, say you get somebody who starts up cold. Okay, I come to you like this, honey, I'm Jiu-Jitsu and so forth on it, and I want to get out here, and I want to start weight training on it. Would you say do it every day or every other day? I mean, what is your light on that?
Generally, how I work with people, I either go about 2 days a week or 2 to 3 days a week. We're working full body. We're teaching them the basics. you know, from head to toe and starting off like that. Then you could build. Just like anything else, you build on that. You learn the basics first and you get the fundamentals down with the basics, and then you build. Each time you come back, maybe every 2 weeks you add in a different exercise. That's personally how I do it. That way you keep them focused, you get the basics down right, and they always carry into the other movements.
Yeah. And what about cross training?
Cross training I think is fantastic. Really, a lot of what's coming out now is people talk about real world power, in the sense that you're never gonna know what kind of situation you're gonna be in. If you're a bodybuilder, you know, you're doing it just for looks. But
right.
you know, if you want to work for function, you're gonna work all different angles and different types of things. So you want to get involved in different activities, much as possible.
Much as possible. So swimming, would say with swimming is a good balance too, because I know I love to swim.
Yeah, that's
So
right. That would be good. Also, it helps you helps keep you from becoming bored with the same routine, right? The body is amazing in that it adapts to the same thing over and over again. So you need to throw a change up in there once in a while, just to keep your mental as well as physical, you know, growth going.
Exactly. Well, because I see a lot of guys who get out there and they basically, I've seen just want to basically bulk up, and the whole idea is how much I can lift and so forth. And I find out that their joints are hurting or that's hurting, and so forth. And to a lot of people, I mean, in their mind, that's what they think, that unless they're doing a lot of extreme heavy weights, they're not getting a workout. How do you base that? Somebody comes to you and says, well, you know what, my goal is to be able to lift, you know, 220, 420, or whatever.
Everybody has different goals, you know, it's depending on what you want to do. If they come in and they say, well, you know, I want to lift heavy weights, you know, I ask them, well, what do you plan on doing with that? You want to be functional. So, I mean, yeah, you want to be able to move. You know, just because you're big doesn't mean that maybe you're powerful. So there's a lot of new things stemming from that.
How many times a day do you train? Well, what do you do?
How many times a day? Generally, right now, I'm like I said, I'm looking towards different scope of training. I'm working more with a kinesiotherapist now that works on function, stability. So I'm learning different things too. So I've changed up my training all the way around. I used to just do weights and running, and you know, so changing just so that I learn.
All right. Well, great. I'd like to thank Edson Castillo here for being our guest today. Again, keep up the good work, Edson.
Thank you.
On our next part of the show, we're going to show you some training tips along with some stretching. This is Shihan Ganji along with Edson Castillo saying thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, and in this part of In Focus today with Edson Castillo here, we're going to show you some of our training tips. We're going to start off with showing you how to do some basic stretches to get your body livered up. Stretching is a crucial part of your workout, getting your body loosened up, getting it warmed up before you do any type of activity to avoid pulling groin muscles, brain muscles I call them, and all kinds of different injuries that could occur during training. So your body should be properly warmed up. After stretching, I'm going to show you some ab work that Edson takes a lot of his people through personal training tips on it. We're going to start off with some stretching. Make sure if you're working on let me rephrase that. Watch what type of ground you're working on. Make sure you have proper equipment on, such as good shoes on. If you're working on tile, do not be barefooted, because you're going to end up slipping, so forth, and so on. So again, today we're going to start off with basic stretching. What you do is you're going to put your feet basically totally together. You're going to connect, put one hand over the other. It really doesn't matter. At this point, you're going to inhale through the nose, up to your chest, and you're going to extend up and exhale. Lifting up on your toes, then you're going to inhale down, and then exhale, going as far as you can gently. Don't push. If you have good flexibility, touch the floor, come back up. Inhale, exhale up, inhale, exhale down. One more. Inhale, go up, and circle your hands out and bring them back to your sides. Again, if you're watching this, get off the couch, get off the bar stool, get off and try some of this stuff with us. Okay, now, next we're going to work on grabbing the one knee and jamming it straight up into our body. Bringing it back down, then repeat it on the other side. Down. Then what you call a horizontal lift. From here, you're going to take your leg up. All these stretches and tight tucks are good for your kicks. You have to excuse Edson's cord here so we can hear him. Okay, then putting it down, then grabbing the other one, grabbing the other side, balance out, tucking up, down, then grabbing your ankle, rotating back as you're pushing out with your other hand, and then back down. Very simple one we call a crossover. Simply cross over, and you're going to feel this in your Achilles tendon and your hamstring as you go forward. Nice and easy. Don't push it. Don't try and touch them. If you can only go half the distance, come back out. Okay, then step out. Okay, cross over the opposite way. Again, a nice little stretch. And come back up. All these movements should be repeated anywhere between 3 to 5 times. The tuck positions, such as these, you could hold. Your idea is to hold it for a count of 10 and work until you can hold it up for 30 seconds for balance. Okay. Now we're going to get into upper body warm-ups. Upper body warm-ups, you have your basic circle stretching. Circling forward, circling back. Okay, crossing over, alternating back and forth. You do these as many reps as possible. Hands up. Okay, elbowing, going behind. You have an opponent behind you. Twisting, loosens up your upper and lower back. Okay, from where you're at, stepping forward, your right foot. Go out as far as you can, stretching. Coming back. Okay. On the opposite side, stretch forward. Again, this is very basic. Coming back. Okay. Now from here, you're going to go like double wide. We're going to separate a little bit here. Okay. Crossing your hands. Okay, and we're going to push to the side. Okay, you don't have to go as far as we're going. I mean, right here, simple enough. Crossing over, pushing the other way. Crossing over, pushing the other way. Crossing over, pushing the other way. Okay, you're working your quads, working your hamstrings. You're working the back here, stretching up in your arms at the same time, and then coming back to center. Okay. On your next stretching position, if you turn your body sideways, what you want to do is go from here, what I call a straddle stance position, sinking your body down, pushing on the knees. So you're stretching what? The inner
groin.
The inner groin area. Okay, you can rock a little bit back and forth until you feel it. Okay, going from here. Now what you want to do is put your weight down on your hands, roll back, and point that foot up. The other foot can be flat or can be up, whatever is comfortable for you. And then from here, simply roll your hips and come back the opposite way. And then going back the other way. If you're totally flexed out, you take your hand, put it so it's in a straddle position, and just go down. Bring your nose to your knee. If that's too easy, put your chin to your knee. Okay? If that's not easy at all, get into this position, it's fine. There I am, I'm over there. All right, now then we switch back the opposite way. Okay? And doing the same, try and bring your chin towards your knee. Okay, and then switch. Now to elongate the stretch, what you want to do is try and get your chin out towards your instep. Reaching out. Again, don't curve your back, stretch your back. Okay, and switching, going back the opposite way. Simply reaching out with your chin towards your instep. Okay? Then coming back up, relaxed position. Okay. Next, what we call is splits. When you're working your splits, like people say, well, I can't do these. Splits can be achieved. Some people cannot achieve what's called a total 180 split, but you go as far as possible going down, supporting your weight. Okay? Again, from here, what you want to do is go down, come back up, down, come back up, and then sit yourself back. Okay? Hands on your hips, go to your knees, go to your ankles, and go down, and come back. When you're doing this, make sure you're holding this stretch for at least 30 seconds to 1 minute. Okay. Then pull back in slowly and bounce out to get your weight back. Okay, now, this concludes basic stretching. Now I'm going to have Edson show you some ab work, lower ab work and high work, okay?
All right. I'm going to demonstrate on Shihan here. Generally what we're doing, there's 3 parts to the abdominals. Lower abdominals, obliques, and the upper mid-abdominals. What we're going to start off working is generally what's the weakest part. It makes the most sense to work the weakest part, and probably not a lot of people know this, but we are weakest in the lower abdominals, next comes the obliques, and then upper abdominals. So what we're going to start off with is basic leg lowering, okay? This is for somebody beginning. You're going to come up, bring your legs up, okay? Hands are right down at either behind your neck or at the sides, wherever you feel comfortable. All right, and the main thing we're going to do here is make sure that the lower back stays flat, okay? We'll start off just with one leg at a time, so you can start off just lowering this leg, leaving everything else the same. Good. and then coming right back up. Okay, this will be for a beginner. Same leg again. There you go. And then come back up. As you get this, if this becomes too easy, the difficulty level goes up as you bring both legs down. So now we'll go both legs down. Shihan has his back flat, so that's good. Come right back up. And down one more time. Good. Make sure you maintain a flat low back. If you have a problem maintaining a flat low back, maybe cut your angle a little bit here. So instead of coming straight out, keep them bent and then just come straight down as you lower. All right, not letting the feet hit and then come right back up. Also, you could also put a towel underneath to help you out, to help stabilize your lower back. Okay, a little bit more advanced movement. You could do this with a partner or just use a bed or a couch or whatever. Hold on to the back, okay? All you're going to do is bring the knees just past the hip joint. Okay, the straighter your legs are, the easier the movement. The more bent they are, the more difficult it is. And all you're going to do is get a pelvic tilt right from the bottom. Exactly, come right back up. Just a minimum amount of movement here. Good. Your rep range is going to be 15 to 25. If you're able to do 50, 100 like some people do, you'll probably have the wrong form. Nice and easy. Perfect. Okay, good. Next we'll go to obliques. Very simply, you're going to come up, same angle with your feet, both feet up. Put your hands, just support them. Not a lot of pressure on the neck here. All you're going to do is go from one side and then the other. Exactly. Keeping your head basically in line. Exactly. You're not worrying about bringing your whole back up. You're just worrying about coming from side to side, lifting up your shoulder blades. Okay, good. Just like that. You can either alternate them like that or do one side and then the other. Perfect. Okay, last, we're going to work upper mid abdominals. Okay, you're going to come up this way. Now, since this is the strongest, we're going to take our time here. Come right up. Just bring your shoulder blades up. Come right back down. Okay. A lot of people, what they get into is worrying about bringing their elbows to touch their knees, and you don't really need to do that. Exactly. All right. That puts a lot of pressure on the lower back, especially for people beginning. Shihan can do it because he got a strong lower back and strong abs. But what we're looking for is just think about folding like a piece of paper. All right. You're bringing your rib to the hip. That's it. And then come down. You don't want to really wrench your neck. Relax the head. Exactly. Come up and squeeze. You could also vary these exercises with the time that you spend contracting at the top. That's a lot of what people don't do. Exactly. If you hold it a little bit longer, I guarantee you're going to feel this a lot more. So what we're going to do, remember, we're going to work lower abdominals first because they're the weakest link. Go to obliques. Exactly. Leg lowering or with the partner, the hip lift. Exactly. Exactly. You can also do it. You can also do it as you get better without any help. We're going to go to obliques secondly, okay? Just like what we showed you, side to side. And then finally, abdominals. So that's complete abdominal work. Good job.
Hey, that was a great workout. I'd like to thank Edson Castillo for helping us out during this segment. He'll probably be a permanent guest in regards to conditioning on our show. So if you have any questions or drop off any comments, look at the
cross. Show it again slow. Jab, drop my head, cross, hook to the body, hook to the head, cross. A little faster now. Okay, movement number 2. I'm going to start off working off of the same thing. I'm going to drive jab cross, keeping my hand up. I'm going to hook to the body, spinning back fist, left hook to spinning back fist. So you notice I'm cutting jab cross. I'm going to hook in the body. I'm keeping my arm nice and solid into my body so it's turning into the hook. I don't want to just arm punch. I'm hooking into the body, hook right back to the head. As I do that, I'm going to step and spin. It's very important that I relax my hand when I spin. So it's jab, cross, hook, step, spinning back fist. A little higher on my jaw. Jab, sorry. Jab, cross, hook. One more. Okay, I can always follow that combination up. Bam, spinning back kick. Okay, same thing. Bam, bam. The left hand's gonna draw his guard high. Bam, as I open up his rib line. Okay, starting out. Next one is gonna be a mixture of kicks and punches. We're gonna follow it up with a right leg. Gonna go jab, cross, left hook. I'm trying to lead his head and make him duck into my right leg. Hold it up for a round kick. Round kick to the side. So I go right leg round kick. So it's going to be jab, cross, left hook. Now the opposite, same thing. I'm going to throw a little different. Jab, same hand, left hook, right cross. I'm going to try making him duck off my right hand into my left leg. Come off. Okay, good. Tim, take off the pad. This is a body shield we use. Protects him from punches and kicks. He's going to take off the hand pads too. All right, coming off. What we're going to do off of the lead, the left lead. I'm going to use my left leg the same way I use my jab. I'm going to fake my jab, show my left leg low. Now, as you notice, he's moving his hand to block my foot. That's kind of the whole principle of what I'm doing. I want to get him to do that. So I'm going to fake the leg, bam, to give him the jab as he drops it. Now I can go opposite. I can show him the jab, give him the front kick. I can also follow that up with several other feints. Working rolling kicks into the body. Just by simply, I come out, I hit him with a hard front kick. I may come out the second time, show my knee, and go high with a round kick. Same thing, drawing that arm down, and then working the round kick high, keeping the hands up. Another feint, working off the right knee. I show that right knee, bam, give him the right hand. Same thing, say I hit him hard into the body. Next time I show him the knee, I'm gonna give him the opposite, the same hand. Boom, gets my body momentum to dig that right hand in. I could do the same opposite, step back, throw the jab. Okay, now I'm going to turn up a little bit. I'm going to work a little side kick. Working out of my distance, what I want to do is keep him at bay with the side kick. Constant thumping of the body. Go ahead and move around a little bit. Off of the same thing, I can use the jab off of it. Jab, side kick, jab. I use the jab, the side kick, just like a jab again, to draw the arms low. I may go high. using my left leg like a jab. Jab, jab, jab. If he gets by the left leg, I got the rear for him. If he gets by here, same thing. Draw his arm low, give him high. Draw his arm low, give him high. On the opposite, if I don't get him on one side, I may get him on the other. Now, working off the jab, he's going to throw a jab at me. As he throws a jab, I'm going to parry. I'm going to jab underneath. I have to tilt my head now. Go back in here. Now, same thing, he's going to throw a jab. As he throws a jab, I'm going to parry, and I'm going to front kick. I can do the same if he's throwing the right hand. Same thing if he's throwing the right hand, same lead hand parry. Throw, parrying the hand, throwing the jab. Gives me a good opening. I'm cutting the angle to the outside of his body. I open the rib up, open for uppercuts, open for hooks, open for right hands. Also, when you get into boxing, they like to hook around and stuff. It's nice, but in kickboxing, you kind of want to open up the angle so I could follow that up with a kick. So if I get inside with the hook, I kind of want to turn to get this opening into his rib line. I could do the same thing off of the hook. Body, want to step out to get a good angle on the kick. In boxing, I'd be cutting a shorter angle. Kickboxing, I need to move out a little bit wider to get my angles. Okay, working off in, working into the legs. Starting out, what I want to do is I want to split up his rhythm inside his leg. He's moving back and forth, moving back and forth. I want to break his balance. So what I'm going to do is show the jab. As I show the jab, I'm going to kick to the inside of the thigh. So it's shh, right up in an upward angle. Shh, kind of splitting. Shh. As I split, bam, I may go to the outside. I got to keep these hands up. I can go to the outside of the thigh. Bam. I can go in, I can go out. Shh. Shh. I may go to the front of the back thigh. Shh. Shh. Or I may go to the inside of the rear. Shh. 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 Okay, blocking these kicks. If he's throwing that right leg round kick, my block would be using my shin, shifting up and using my elbows if he goes high to block in tight off of the leg. Throw. Shh. Shh. One more. Shh. Now, same counter. He throws the leg shh, shh, into the inside of the leg. Throw it again. Shh. Shh. Same thing on the outside. I could use the front, throw the other knee, or I can use the back. Same thing. Shh. If he goes higher into the body, going into the body, I want to use, bam, using those elbows. If I drop my hands down here, I open up my jawline for him to feint, just what we were showing before, the knee giving the hand. I drop these hands down here, I'm looking for trouble. You want to use your elbows. Go. Which gives me a great counter. Same opening on the other side. Into the body. Whatever side gets hit, that's the side that counters. Okay, working now. Off of the lead, sweeping the leg. He throws a lead leg front kick. I'm going to hook out and sweep. Just hooking down. Okay, using it off of the lead leg, me using the boot of my foot, I may step just to the outside of his kick. As he puts his foot down, I'm going to sweep the inside. He goes. What this does is knock him off balance.
today I'd like to talk on tales about stories and how they come about. To the ages, martial arts instructors usually after class sit around with their students and talk about things that happen to the martial arts or by accident or just things that happen in real life. Some are fiction, some are fact. The purpose, I should say, behind the tales is to open up your mind. Some tales are told as fiction, some tales are the truth. It's up to you to figure out what is the truth and what is the fact here, or what is not fact, I should say. One of my favorite samurai tales deal with the martial arts master having a language barrier, such as myself, who I can speak 3 languages. I had to learn 3 different languages. Came from another island, from not Japan, but basically from Okinawa, doing a martial arts demonstration. He was breaking some boards which were on fire. Upon breaking the boards, his gi caught on fire, and basically he thought that the people did not like his demonstration when they came up and tried to dye it out. With that case, they were trying to dye the fire out. Everybody tried to jump him. He started around blocking, punching, and kicking people, dropping them, sweeping them until he was finally pushed out the door and dumped in the snow to be put out, more or less. So some samurai tales are tragic, some are